Hey everybody, if you're actually looking at this video, chances are I already finished the last Mystery Scenes month for the entirety of April, which technically April is one of my favorite months of all time. And it kind of like is the big reason because if you remember my video from so many years ago, I talked about the fact of that I have autism. Now, if some of you don't know, I'll try to elaborate it as best as I can without a dictionary or anything popping up on the screen for you. Autism is pretty much a spectrum, a disability on a spectrum of pretty much it delays social development, but it also delays certain parts of memory too. But other things too is autism also affects it. The thing about autism is that it affects it in many ways. Mostly the brain itself gets affected a lot. So higher functioning is pretty much where I'm at. Lower functioning is where others are at. Lower functioning is more or less like ones that could still do stuff, but are still slower learners. I'm still slow at my learning, but I'm learning, especially at a pretty decent rate. And I like this month because the fact it's one of my favorite disability months. And I think of autism as not a disability as much as it is a ability in a way. And I'm not Darmaning this in many ways, as I heard in one of his videos years back with my brother, but it's more or less like I think of it as something that improves me other than just disables me. Because this also goes to be a rant on so many of the idiots out there. And I'm talking to those who clearly have no clue about this disability, yet they say they do, and then they say the most ridiculous stuff. The doctors originally who diagnosed me with this disability when I was a very young age told my mother that I would never be able to read, nor write, nor speak, probably walk. But yet, I'm doing all this stuff right here on the camera right now. The fact that they told my mother that was crazy. It was one of those crazy stories. So my mother always had a plan when it came to school, as I had certain programs that helped me out. And it helped me out pretty well. I know many people say high school is the worst year of their lives because the fact that, you got 4 years left of school. If you don't go to college, that's pretty much it for your lifestyle, and you're going to adulthood, which is the worst part. Which, while adulthood is not perfect in many ways, shape, or form, high school is not terrible. For me, it was the best 4 years of my life. The best. Because I had the best teachers, I had the best people that understood me, and I graduated with honors. I was really, really good at this. I loved it very much. Especially when I went to Votech and I did carpentry and masonry. Like, that's where I started to get the imaginations, the creativity that gets into my mind a lot, is the inspirations from the schools, the teachers, and etc. That's how I learned. Now that I'm out of high school, I got a job. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is. I always like to keep that personal. But I do have a job, and it's doing pretty fine. I have slight little hiccup days, but that's what they are. They're just hiccup and nitpicking. That's it. Nothing too serious. This job has been helping me out a lot. It's also because the fact it was my first one. I had no experience. Now I have enough experience. And that goes to the fact, too, of how I'm learning to try to improve this YouTube channel. I want to kind of get rid of the Toxic Nerfer channel, but actually bring those nerfing videos I've done in the past and bring them here to this channel. Try to do something new on the channel, try to have a nice good time, especially maybe doing a couple reviews on some Nerf blasters. I have new stuff, too, like this bookshelf right here, which has a lot of papers and stuff. It's really, really fun. You've seen this old rotary dial, which I've cleaned up as much as I can here. Like, these old rotary dials, you don't see those anymore. Many people have now iPhones or Samsung phones. They don't have those old rotary dials or push buttons, the ones that, have this long cord on it. So I'm used to the nostalgia, but I'm still using modern technology. I'm using my phone, as you could see, on a GorillaPod, which is nice. I'm literally using my modern phones, modern lights, But there's one thing, autism does not impede your kid in many ways. If people are saying that autism is not only ruining your child's life, but ruining your life as a parent, that person who said it is darn wrong, completely wrong at this juncture. And he's an idiot for saying it. He's a gigantic idiot for even saying it public. That's one thing. I fool in many ways, shape, or form because he's delusional. That's what he is. Delusional, and also does not know what this disability is. Because there is, again, a spectrum of kids and adults too, keep in mind, I'm a young adult, that have autism, either the higher or the lower. And they do not, and I repeat, it does not ruin a family's life, nor does it ruin the child's life whatsoever. It's just a disability that makes us learn a little slower. That's what you have to learn about. Do not treat this disability like a disease. Do not treat this disability like a religious practice. That's what I heard with the Bush Hartman, which created probably two of my favorite shows, The Fairy Odd Parents and Danny Phantom. He clearly stated, along with his wife, believe it or not, that if you pray so hard to God himself, that you would be cured of autism. Autism is not a disease, and it most certainly cannot be cured by any religious means. It is a disability. A disability cannot be cured. You have to go through with it. It's part of life. It's like a paraplegic. You're clearly saying that not only is my disability bad, but you're trying to also say that a person that's paraplegic or quadriplegic is literally also ruining families' lives because the fact he can't walk or he can't move his arms. What kind of message are you sending? That's the question I want to know, is what kind of message are you sending? You're certainly not sending a good message. You certainly ain't sending any message whatsoever that inspires the dream of what it is to be with this disability. No, you clearly are ruining people's lives is what I think. So keep in mind, if you don't know the disability, then you need to shut it. And for some of you, your best bet, ignore anyone who points the negative spots of this disability. The only negative things I can say with the disability is, again, slow learning, but that is done perfectly. If you have the right people that can help your child learn, especially in adulthood, it will work. The other thing also is certain noises. I don't like certain noises. More or less, how when a person clicks their tongue, I don't want to do it myself because I don't like the noise whatsoever. That type of noise I just don't like. It drives me up a wall. I can't get it out of my ears. That's how much I don't like that sound. That clicking of the tongue is very annoying. And then there's anxieties. I have very, very bad anxieties. Like from heights or certain things in horror movies I can't watch anymore. There are certain scenes like that trial scene from Night of the Living Dead. The original Night of the Living Dead, from the one from 1968. That scene where the zombie girl stabs her mother with the trowel, I cannot see that. It is so bad for me. It's so bad for me. My anxieties go crazy. My heart races. I try to breathe, but it's so hard as well. Especially when I get hurt sometimes, like seriously hurt. Like I fell down the stairs not too long ago. Not today, but again, not too long, like at least a few months ago. It left a scar as well on me. I had very bad anxieties too. Like I really couldn't breathe well. Even when this was removed, my thumb, which of course is a story time with Dom video, which you could take a look at. It's an old one, but you can still take a look at it. I placed my hand in a food processor seeing if I could stop it. Pressed the slow button. It didn't work. My thumb was cut off. And that's a good life lesson to say, Never do that. Please. Especially with your kids. Please make sure they do not do that. Do not ever do that at all. You'll lose fingers, and worst of all, you have to go through surgery if you don't want to lose it. Or if you lose it. Because I almost lost this one, and I'm happy that I didn't lose it. Now, it doesn't work with vibrations. My nerves are shot on this thumb, so I can't, like anything that vibrates, I can't. Even the cold, I have to wear gloves so that it doesn't, it feels warm. Because if it's cold, it's gonna hurt. It feels so numb. I don't like how numb it is. Like I can't move it. So, but yeah, anxieties are the worst thing about autism. But that you can go through. Like there are times I kind of like, certain things I started to get over, especially heights. Like certain heights I'm actually starting to become okay with. And I'm starting to learn right away, trying not to fear many things in horror movies. I know it's fake, but the way that they do it, that shows how good the horror movie is. If it scares me, like practically it's going to scare you. So that means it works. Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. I got so scared of it. I literally actually did get scared of it, and I had to pull through, especially with that scene with the meat hooks. Like, my anxieties went crazy when I saw the meat hooks. Or that time where that crazy guy had that switchblade. Like, I could not... My body just was trembling, and that's how scary it was. So, you could tell that movie, no matter how old it is, it still works. It still scares me. So... But going back to this disability is the fact that it's not a disabled part here. It's not like a gun where you pulled the trigger and the guy's dead and that gun ruined the person's life. The gun ruined the life in general because the fact of the person who used it. But if you're pointing out that the autism is like an actual firearm, then you clearly have no idea what autism is. Now, I know some people who don't know what autism is and want to do research on it, and it's all over the web to take a look at, especially books. There should be books around autism right there. So, for some of you who clearly have the mindset that I want to learn this disability so badly, especially for my kid, or I want to learn it for to help someone out who has it, do your research. Do the best research that you can. But for those who want to degrade us and our families because we have this disability, you need to shut it. Shut your damn mouth. But that's all I can say. I have autism, and I'm proud to have it. Because at least I don't need autism to know that it's not that bad. It is not. So, I hope you take a life lesson to all this, as I did. And I also took a life lesson too. You can see I have the shirt on. This is going to be the new gear along with the sweater, the hat, and of course, the ring and bracelet I got here. So, that's going to be the new look for me for all of the Big Time Dom series, and especially some of the reviews and stuff that I'm going to do. Now, it's going to change. Certain things are going to change in certain times. I actually want to try to do my own intro for my videos that are clearly not seen, certain things I do, like Mystery Scenes Month and Horror Vision, but just an actual intro that has the name Big Time Dom on it. But I still have to find the best audio, video, and, try to do the best editing I can. So, I want this video to go first because it's very, very important. And then sooner or later for tomorrow, I will put up the last Mystery Scenes Month video for all of you to see. But don't take autism as a disability. Take it as the best ability that your child have ever had. And for those who have autism, do not let it degrade you. Let it inspire you to continue more. Prove that this disability can be better than anyone thinks. That this disability can make you do good things. Because it done good for me. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace. and good night.